New East Africa. Welcome to today's session of the TEACAST, where I will be hosting a number of my fellow Tanzanian Toastmasters as we entice all of you to make plans to join us at TCON 2024. My name is Nema Suingwa, and I'm currently serving as the Division A Director covering the Kenyan coast and the lovely Tanzania. And I'm so pleased today to be hosting this TCAST as we explore what TCON means for East African Toastmasters. TCON stands for Toastmasters East Africa Conference, and it's an annual event where Toastmasters in all of the East Africa region come together to learn from one another, network, develop their public speaking and leadership skills, as well as participate in the very exciting district contest, speech contests. This year, we have an amazing lineup, and I'm sure you're all very keen and interested in understanding what will be happening there. In addition to TCON, Toastmasters International is also celebrating 100 years. Wow, 100 years of improving people's public speaking skills and leadership. That is a long time to be in existence, but clearly a testament as to just what good Toastmasters is doing globally. I am joined this afternoon or evening by three very interesting and extremely seasoned and eloquent Toastmasters. I would like to introduce my first guest. His name is Roderick Mseshu, and he is currently serving as the Division B Director. I'll ask him to elaborate a little bit more about his role, but he has been a Toastmaster for several years and has held several leadership positions, including club president, vice president for membership, as well as an area director. So he has had a lot of experience doing all of this. And so he will explain to you a little bit about his own journey before we further explore TCON. So over to you, Division Director Roderick.
Thank you very much for that very generous introduction. But guys, ladies and gentlemen, don't you love the diction that Nema Suingwa has when she speaks in the Queen's language? Thank you very much, Nema. So my name is Msechu, like I have been introduced, very, very proud Toastmaster. And this year, we are doing the TCON in Mombasa. So we almost did it 2 years ago. Unfortunately, it did not happen because of COVID. And last year we did it in Dar. So I'm looking forward to speaking more about this. So just about myself, I volunteer as the area Division B Director. That's clubs in Nairobi and all the clubs in Rwanda. And this is one of the big opportunity that I get to tap into as a Toastmaster, because I was entrusted by District 114 to lead the 22 clubs in my division. And I can practice the leadership skills of leading people, but doing a project with multiple people. So I'm very happy. Over to you, Nema.
Indeed, servant leadership is one of the things that Toastmasters really does instill in many of our hearts, to serve others as they pursue their leadership journeys. And thank you so much for doing such a brilliant job within your division. Next, I'd like to introduce to you all another very eager and avid Toastmaster, Toastmaster Amani Sanga. Toastmaster Amani tells me that he joined Toastmasters, I think it was 4 years ago now, where he has recently served as a vice president for membership, and he's a member of a Toastmasters club based in Arusha. I won't harp on too much about him, and I'll ask him to say a little bit about himself. So over to you, Toastmaster Amani.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Neema Siwigo. I'm very honored to be here. Good evening, everyone. And as I've been introduced, my name is Aman Sanga. And actually, I never knew about Toastmaster until I came in Arusha. And I meet some very vibrant Toastmasters. And that's when I was introduced to the Toastmasters Club. I attended one of the meeting, and I saw the table topic session where a table topic master asked the questions, and the volunteers are answering the question, and the volunteer to answer the question before even knowing what question it is. So I answered like 2 questions, and I got very interested because there are people, the way they answer the questions, it was mind blowing to me, and I was eager and curious to do the same. And also at the same time, I was just doing my project on innovations at the 21 of Innovation Center here in Arusha. And I had that need, or I was eager to be able to present my project to people or to present my project to the market. And when I met one of the Toastmasters, I will mention his name, Zira, was introducing me to Tanzanian Toastmasters, and I thought, sure, this is a great place for me to grow and be able to not only to answer questions in the right way, but also to learn the way I can communicate my ideas and projects to the people. So thank you. Back to you, Nem.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Amani. Clearly, you have benefited from that experience with table topics, and I'm glad that it brought you down this path into Tanzanite Toastmasters, where you're currently a member.
Sure.
So we still have one more member who might be joining us later on during the TEACAST, but we shall proceed because there is so much that we would like to unpack in terms of TCON. Director Roderick did mention that last year Tanzania had the honor of hosting TCON. And it was such a great experience for so many. And I think even in Tanzania, it piqued the interest of members. We have seen the growth of clubs sprouting all over Dar es Salaam. We have 3 corporate clubs that sprouted soon after TCON. And we are hoping to see more in terms of growth. Maybe let me ask Roderick to share with us as a Toastmaster in Tanzania how his experience has been. And please feel free to speak in English or Kiswahili because of our audience. Given that East Africa is a bilingual region, let us feel free to express ourselves in the way we feel most confident.
Thank you, Neema. Well, the first time I heard of Toastmasters was when a friend of mine in Nairobi invited me to Parklands for a meeting. And this was very, very intense for me because I felt I'm on the spot and I didn't know if they're going to ask me to speak, because I did suffer, or I do suffer, from glossophobia, and many of us join Toastmasters because we want to get better at public speaking. So that was the first time I learned that there is a public speaking gym in town. But like many of us, there's a gym, but it takes you a lot of time to decide to hit the gym. And for me, it came as a push that in 2018, I was named on the list of Forbes' most promising entrepreneurs in Africa, and I got invitation to speak and inspire people. And this was now the time that I realized I knew there was a gym, but I haven't been going to one. So I tried to really get myself to prepare for the speech. But after the speech, it was done that I knew there's something missing and I could not afford not to have that muscle. So what Toastmaster gave me over the years is the confidence to speak eloquently in public. And that translates to an audience that listens to you and gain or understand what you're communicating or you're putting across. So after that, I joined DA Toastmasters. I got the opportunity to become a leader, and very quickly I learned that leadership requires better communication. And Toastmaster gives you that platform to lead and tools to be able to learn that skill quickly. So I was lucky to become the president of my club, and thereafter the area director and club retention chair. So what did I learn out of this? One, it's very important to know how to work with people. There's an interesting quote I saw recently that competency gets you the job, but soft skills get you promoted. So how do you communicate with your peers? Are you able to collaborate? Are you able to forge good relationships while achieving your objectives? That is what Toastmaster gave me. And I could directly extrapolate my experiences from Toastmasters leading and my work with Answer Strategy and Angel Networks. So that's what Toastmaster gave me. But it also gave me a community of friends. I have met people that I text and we share memes and we encourage each other during lows and highs, knowing that they are working on themselves and they know you're working on yourself. So they give you that safe space, even outside Toastmasters, to continue interacting. So, Neema, I know you haven't asked me to, lakini, if you are a Toastmaster, kama wewe ni Toastmaster, or you're aspiring to become a better kiongozi bora na a better communicator, then you cannot afford to miss going to Mombasa this year. And just to give you an idea, right? From Dar es Salaam, if you take the bus from Dar to Arusha and someone else takes the bus from Dar to Mombasa, guess who gets to their destination faster? The distance is shorter. So there you have it. Back to you, Neema.
Thank you so much especially for that fun fact. I guess this means that Toastmaster Amani has absolutely no excuse to not meet us in Mombasa. Penzetu Mombasa, Amani and your fellow Tanzanite members. So Amani, you are a Toastmaster based in Arusha. And as we've been told, it's only a hip and a skip away from Mombasa. What has your experience been like being a Toastmaster in Arusha? And also, you can share with us your engagement with other Toastmasters in the other clubs in Arusha.
Thank you. We'll start by sharing the experience of TCON last year in 2023. I was not actually prepared to attend the TCON in last year, but then I was asked, are you ready to attend the TCON in Dar es Salaam? I was thinking and saying, sure, I should go to Dar es Salaam. And it happened that going to Dar es Salaam last year was my first time to be there. I've born here in Tanzania. Yes, I've been living in Ruvuma, but I never went to Dar es Salaam. So going to Dar es Salaam was like two things. I was going to Dar es Salaam as an adventure, and I was going to Dar es Salaam as for the TCON. So I enjoyed it there, meeting different people, and from there, I have interaction not only with Toastmasters Club in Arusha, but also Toastmasters clubs from Kenya, Toastmasters Club, which I might not know the physical location they are, but online I did several meetings and I volunteered for different roles, especially like evaluation role, and is my favorite thing, answering the table topics questions. I've been answering a lot of questions, and I find it funny, and my brains work quickly to find the answer to come up with in the form of storytelling. So my experience after attending the TCON in Dar es Salaam has opened the door for me to meet even more Toastmasters and even creating the friendship, as Roderick said. I have friends in Mombasa already, although I am not there, and I had no opportunity to go to Kenya or Mombasa, but I already have friends there. And I have friends in Lesotho who I met with them in TCON 2023. So that's a sneak peek I have about my experience of being a Toastmaster. Also, it has also helped me that now I have this, one of my TACO activity is to facilitate people when designing a technology which solve community challenge at that innovation center where I went. It's called 20. And Toastmaster has helped me to find a way that I can deliver and facilitate the things that are needed, that we also managing the time, not using a lot of time to do the work, but using short time to deliver what the participant will understand and put it into actions. So thank you. Back to you, Neema Siringo.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Amani. And that's a really interesting story that you shared with us. TCON leading you for the first time into Dar es Salaam. So it was a first for you, your first TCON and your first time visiting the city. It must have been extremely exciting. It must have been an extremely exciting opportunity for you. And I'm glad that you took away so much, especially on the aspects of being able to increase your network and also to develop your own skills by meeting people from all over the region. TCON last year was also my first TCON experience. I joined Toastmasters in 2020 when the pandemic hit. And back then, everything was done virtually. Actually, sorry, what I meant to say was last year was my first physical TCON. The first time that I actually went and physically met with a whole, group of various Toastmasters coming in from Uganda, Rwanda, Kenya, and of course the Toastmasters based in Dar es Salaam and Arusha. So that was for me personally a very interesting and exciting journey. Meeting different people, finally being able to put a face to a name, and also recalling how people sounded, because I was only seeing them and watching them through a screen, just like everybody else is doing right now. So if you've always wanted to meet our district director, distinguished Toastmaster Jafet Musau, for example, come to Mombasa. There you'll be able to rub shoulders with him and the likes of other district leaders, as well as other Toastmasters who have been blazing or trailblazing over the many years that Toastmasters has been in East Africa. It truly is a great opportunity to learn from others physically and not just when you see them through a screen. Toastmaster Roderick, I believe you've attended a few other physical TCONs. Can you tell us a little bit about your previous experiences at TCON?
My first TCON almost happened, but did not. But I did attend it in Mombasa because we, as leaders, I was area director, and the other area and this division directors attended, but we had to cancel TCON because of COVID. So I was there, and the experience I got was to really learn from the leaders and get to connect with people who help you after when you are executing your role of area director. So just for those who are new to Toastmasters, an area director is in charge of about 3 to 5 clubs, and you help them achieve their goals. And it's one of the roles that is very, very tasking in terms of leadership. So you do need to have that support system, and I got that from the first sort of like TEACON that did not really happen. So Toastmasters was founded 100 years ago, right? This year we are celebrating 100 years of Toastmasters. And Ralph Smedley, one of the quotes I like is, "We learn best in moments of enjoyment." So we did have fun in Mombasa, but at that time there was a curfew, I think at 9. So can you imagine, after you finish the conference or the workshop, you have to go out between 5 and by 8:30 you're back and you have to sleep. So it wasn't really satisfying that craving for having more fun and connecting with people. Now, fast forward to the last TEACON in Dar. I learned a lot from the speakers, because I don't know how they did it, but we had the Toastmasters International president in town, and he conducted fantastic workshops that really got me thinking. So being there present and learning it, there's something about being there physically that you don't get when you are living the same experience virtually. So you feel like you're immersed there. So I really enjoyed the sessions that were conducted by the fantastic speakers. But you see, a lot happens during the tea breaks, a lot happens in the evenings, and that's what I enjoyed the most. Some of the Toastmasters that I really looked up to, the DTMs, but also fantastic speakers that were in town. We go to hang out over tea, speak. And what I realized is that we are the same at the core, right? We are all striving to get better, to improve ourselves. Even the person that you look up to and you think they're better at articulating, or they're better leaders, and you want to learn from them. And that really makes you to feel, okay, I'm in the right place with time, and if I keep doing what I'm doing, I'll get where I want to go. And last but not least, Toastmaster runs speech contests, and these contests start from the club level. The best in the club level goes to the area, the best in the area goes to the division, and the very best in the division comes to the district for the contest. Now imagine the very, very best of the speakers across East Africa, Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Ethiopia, and now we have Mayotte, Burundi, Djibouti, the very best coming there to do their speech. So that's what I had last year. And the takeaway is, look, they are doing this through the tools that Toastmaster provides. I can do it. Over to you, Neema.
Speech contests. So that is one of my most favorite things about TEACON. Having Toastmasters come to compete at the district level, preparing themselves, indeed, for potentially being catapulted onto the global stage when they then compete at the regional level. I hope this year that one of our speakers can indeed pierce that ceiling and make it beyond the region. Let us see. What do we have in store? And what are your thoughts about Tanzanian contestants? I believe this year, only Area 2 is sending through contestants. And I believe they're coming from your club, Toastmaster Roderick. Maybe before we take the spotlight back to Amani, can you just give us a taste of how the club contest, how it panned out at Dar Toastmasters?
You're putting me on the spot, and okay, I'll say it. I run my division, Division B is the very best, okay? And so Neema here is my colleague from Division A, but then she is my leader in Division A because my home club is that Toastmasters. So I'll start with where I am leading. Last year, 3 of the 4 contest winners were from my division, Division B. So obviously, don't even think about it. It's going to come from Division B. It's just a formality, but we are known to bring out the best leaders in Division B, right? I see you. I know you'll be watching our champion from last year, Toastmaster Manjeru. So big up to you. This year, the area directors in my division have done a fantastic job to mobilize and to get the speakers to train and give their very best. So we are hoping for the very best. Lakini wanasema nyumbani ni nyumbani. So that Toastmasters is the oldest club in Dar es Salaam, second oldest in Tanzania. We have different problems. Like we have too many people who want to join and we just can't cater for that. And I don't think there are many clubs that have such a problem as Star Toastmasters. And so you can imagine a club where people are struggling to become members. It's almost like an exclusive club where people would really want to join. So just imagine the best contestant from this club. Amani, you have no chance. I am sure your club cannot beat that Toastmasters for sure. Unfortunately, I did not get the opportunity to attend the meeting when the contests were held, but I have no doubt given I know the speakers. So over to you, Neema. But to wrap it up, my thoughts: one, expect the very best from Division B. We are fully prepared. And then for Division A, that Toastmaster is taking everything on the table. Over to you, Neema.
Division A is definitely preparing itself for TCON, but before that, we will be hosting our own conference very early on next month. The speakers, rather the contestants, are going to be razor trained by some of the sharpest contest winners in the region as well as globally. So, Division Director Msechu, tell Division B they've got a fight coming on. So we've spoken about the exciting contests, the things that motivate us to improve and to up our game. But again, there are also other sessions where people can learn and continue to improve their various leadership and public speaking skills through workshops. Now, last year there was a hint around tech because of the budding interest around using AI supported tools to improve upon our speaking capabilities. I'm noting again that this year's theme, A World of Opportunities, Reimagine the Future, is kind of hinting again at this very same thing. So I think there should be discussions around IT-based support for improving not only our public speaking skills, but also our leadership skills. Let me now swing the mic over to Toastmaster Amani, who is an innovator by profession. What thoughts do you have around innovation for developing or improving public speaking skills? And maybe even, for example, in your own organization where you work at Twende, how have you seen Toastmasters improve your capability to innovate, for example?
Thank you, Toastmaster Neema. I will start with my own experience. After joining a Toastmasters, I saw it easier to even speak or to communicate what are my thoughts, what I was thinking, and the way I can deliver it to people that they can understand what I'm saying, or they can understand what I really mean. And as I said before, even working at Twende, I went to Twende as an innovator to develop one of my project with my team, and I found it difficult to communicate, to say what problem our project is solving, and what are the targets of our project. And after joining the Toastmasters and Tanzanian Toastmasters,
Okay, I see that Toastmaster Amani has frozen slightly. So whilst we wait for him to reboot,
and also Zira is executive director at Twende, and he's the one who told me there is a thing called Toastmasters. And there is when I got this opportunity to learn all about the Toastmasters. I find integration of innovation or integration of innovation and communication growing as you embark in the journey of improving in communication and leadership. Because we have also one of the pathways in Toastmaster that innovative leadership. There is also dynamic leadership. I personally take dynamic leadership after taking the assessment form and the questions. But in innovating is that like the way there are things which are done in that same way, in time going. But when you come up with new idea, the way that you can do the things differently, even delivering more or even extraordinary compared to the way that things were done. For example, we at Twende, we were not just doing the innovations time after time. This is speaking of technologies, but then it after communicating, people saying, "Oh, why not just developing putting another program that will encourage participants or people or students to be involved in innovating." And through that same way of innovating technologies, people are learning innovative way of presenting their technologies or presenting their innovations. And at the same time, us who work at Twende are learning the way we can innovate to deliver our message, the way we can improve the skills of participants. And all of this requires for people or a leader to think innovatively, to come up with something creative to offer to the community. And also, I found this era of AI, artificial intelligence, is when people can even do a bigger task in a shorter time, and even the very tough or people who are not professional in that task can do it in the same that like the others who are professional. I would also say the example in the same way of communicating. I was trying to communicate my ideas or like telling a story, even if I go somewhere. I found it difficult to even make a video and telling a story. But now I can use my communication skills, and the very simple video I took, I put a voice there. I take a video and then I put a voice cover while speaking myself. And then if there are some things or little changes to be done, and then I can do that using the artificial intelligence. And through that, when I listen back, I see, wow, this is fantastic. Yes, it has done the work for me, but there is a need for me to improve, at least to do like the same thing the AI is doing. So there is in the future, or even starting now, there is an opportunity to improve our public speaking example, or even our leadership, when we are not afraid of the AI, we are not afraid of innovating, but we are ready to adapt and innovate. Back to you, Toastmasters Neema.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Amani, for sharing with us your own professional views around innovation and technology and how they merge, especially in developing, I guess, our leadership skills and for us to be ready to embrace technology as we move forward within this aspect of our own personal and professional development. Indeed, they do say that technology remains our future, and therefore we have to figure out ways in which we can work closely together with technology to make it, more conducive to improving various aspects of how we deliver not only on our work but also on our personal and also in our personal endeavors. So Mombasa, I am sat here in my home office, looking out the window, and I'm seeing sunshine. I can't wait to be in Mombasa. Mombasa is a lovely coastal city with a lot of history and a lot of culture. It's got spice, and also the Swahili culture, I guess, is really interlaced amongst the people there, similar to what we have in Dar es Salaam. So I think to a certain extent, TCON in Mombasa might bring some flashback and memories for those who were at TCON Dar es Salaam last year, especially in relation to the weather, the ocean, and the food. What are you looking forward to? Now, let me go back to Toastmaster Amani. Since you said that you haven't left Tanzania, so Mombasa is going to be a very interesting experience for you. And let me just remind you, together with all of the other listeners, that our pre-early bird tickets are currently going for $100 only. This closes March 15th. So I hope that you have set money aside. If not, the early bird tickets will be launching soon after, from March 16th, running through to April 15th, whereby the tickets will be sold at $120. So if you didn't manage to put away the $100 at the end of February, you have the end of March to put away $120 to make sure that you get an early bird ticket. Toastmaster Amani, what are you really looking forward to experiencing in TCON Mombasa?
Wow. I would say there are a lot I'm expecting to experience in Mombasa. So, one, that would be my first time to be in Kenya. And two, my first time to be in Mombasa. And three, it's like a second time to meet my friends who I met them at TCON in Dar es Salaam. And I am expecting to also have fun. It was like new thing to me for me to attend a TCON in Dar es Salaam. So I was like just wondering. They say, so evening we'll have we would go to a certain we'd go to the club or we'd go to a certain beach, and then I think, should I go? No, I would be in my room. I want to go. And then now I've kind of regret. So I will just be myself. I'm expecting to be myself. I'm expecting to have fun. I'm expecting to learn a lot. And since I'm taking dynamic leadership and I haven't done a lot of speech, I'm expecting to see the experience of those Toastmasters. I will see them successful and learn from them. Take some things back to Tanzania where I can practice and be good with my journey as a Toastmasters. And not only that, also the way that I can take the experience from different Toastmasters from different countries in East Africa. And with different experiences in their working places and even the social life, relating and trying to improve. Because in Toastmasters, you can meet someone, and because it is a Toastmaster thing, that saying, hello, how are you? How have you been? Where are you from? And sharing a lot of stories, the story of the way they became the good communicator, the way they became the good public speakers. There is this chance for me, and there is this chance for everyone who will go to the TCON 2024 in Mombasa, learn a lot, and not only learning again the way that they can practice and put the things they learned into actions. Back to you, Neema Smith.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amani. Director Roderick, what are you looking forward to in Mombasa?
I have to whisper. So this is the thing. I have to switch to Kiswahili just so that our Kenyan know that tunaweza kuzungumza Kiswahili. Kwa hiyo natafuta nini? Nikija Mombasa, nini ambacho natarajia? Kwa kifupi, moja, natarajia vitu vyote ambavyo nilipata mwaka jana. Wazungumzaji ambao wako vizuri kwenye mambo ambayo watakuwa wanayazungumzia. Kwa hiyo natarajia kujifunza, lakini natarajia kukutana na watu wengine ambao labda mwaka huu ndio wamechukua majukumu ya kuwa viongozi ndani ya Toastmasters, lakini vile vile kutakuwa na ushindani wa hotuba. Kwa hiyo natarajia kuona hotuba ambazo zitanifunza, lakini vile vile zitaniburudisha. Hizo niliziona mwaka jana, na mwaka huu sitarajii kwamba hivyo vitakosekana. Lakini kitu muhimu sana ni kwamba tunaenda kujifunza, lakini vile vile kukutana na watu na kuburudika. Kwa hiyo natarajia nitaiona Mombasa usiku na mchana, nitawaona marafiki zangu usiku na mchana. Lakini tukiongelea burudani Afrika Mashariki, hakuna upinzani kwamba Watanzania ndio tunawapa nyinyi burudani. Kama Diamond kwa mfano ametoka kwetu. Yaani ukiingia sehemu yote Kenya, mziki unaopigwa zaidi ya 50% utakuwa kama sio wa Tanzania, utakuwa ni wa Nigeria. Sasa mwaka huu natarajia kwamba mtaanza at least angalau kusikiliza singeli. Sijui kama mnafahamu singeli. Kuna DJ anaitwa Miso Misondo. Mimi sasa nitakuja ikiwa Mombasa, ukiniona tu niambie bwana, nionyeshe style ya Miso Misondo, jinsi ya kucheza, nitakufundisha. So over to you, Neema.
Na kwa hamu Miso Misondo tena nimeiandika. Kwa maana hiyo Toastmaster Msechu, wewe yani ujue tu kwamba mimi nitakuja kuomba unionyeshe hizo style. Maanake ni mwenyewe hapa ni mwenyewe hapa sio mtaalam sana wa kucheza, lakini najua kwamba wewe una interest hiyo na unapenda sana kucheza. Kwa hiyo nakusubiria sana kwa hamu. I see that Mombasa is bringing out the Kiswahili in me as well. I'm enjoying it. I don't always get the opportunity to speak in Kiswahili, so this is fun. Asante sana, Roderick. Kwa kusema ukweli umenirudisha nyumbani, na kwa kusema ukweli nasubiria Mombasa kwa hamu sana, kwa sababu na wao pia wanaongea kile Kiswahili tunaita Kiswahili fasaha. Kwa hiyo watu wote sisi ambao tunatokea Dar es Salaam hatutajisikia wageni sana, maanake tutakuwa tunasikilizana na kama niseme ndugu zetu, kaka zetu, dada zetu, familia yetu. Labda tu labda tu sijui tufanye nini kuweza kuhamasisha Watanzania ili tukiwa pale Mombasa tujisikie tu kama tuko Dar es Salaam. Mimi ningependa kwamba Toastmasters wa Kitanzania waje katika namba kubwa, yani tuwepo pale kwa kusema ukweli kurepresent nchi yetu Tanzania. Kwa labda kabla hatujaanza kukaribia kufunga kipindi chetu, ningependa kumwomba Toastmaster Amani atueleze atafanya nini kuhamasisha wenzake huko Arusha ili tuwaone pale Mombasa.
Wow. Kiukweli Arusha hivi karibuni hata kufanya hizi, tulikuwa tukifanya sana mikutano ya kuonana, hii physical meeting, but hivi karibuni tumerudi sana kwenye hizi virtual meetings kutumia Zoom. And for me, since niliweza kutengeneza big network pale niliweza kuhudhuria TCON ya mwaka jana, na pia sehemu ambayo ninafanya kazi na watu ambao niko nao, napata nafasi ya kuweza kukutana na watu tofauti tofauti. Kwa mfano, huu mwezi wa pili nilipata nafasi au niseme fursa ya kuweza kwenda kujifunza kitu ambacho kinahusiana na kazi ya Twende. Niliweza kwenda Uganda. Kwa hivyo kwa mara ya kwanza pia niliweza kwenda Uganda na nikaenda Kampala, ila sikuwepo pale muda mrefu, nikaelekea sehemu nyingine. Lakini nilikutana na watu kutoka Sudani ya Kusini, nilikutana na watu kutoka Uganda, na tulikuwa pia na watu kutoka Tanzania. Bila shaka mimi kwa sababu tayari ninayo ule uzoefu na niweza kuona TCON ilivyokuwa mwaka jana. Kwa hiyo ninaamini kwa mfano sehemu yetu ya ambako tunafanya kazi kuhusu Toastmasters watu wote tunafahamu. Kwa hiyo hamna mtu ambaye hafahamu kuhusu Toastmasters. Lakini pia network yangu, yani watu ambao wananizunguka, rafiki zangu wote wanafahamu kuhusu Toastmasters. Kwa hiyo mbinu ambayo naweza nikatumia kwa sasa hivi, niko pia najifunza namna ya kuweza kutengeneza content na pia naziposti kwenye social media. Ni namna ambavyo ninaweza nikaelezea Toastmaster imenisaidia kitu gani na kuweza kuweka kwenye social media ambapo watu wataweza kujua, kwa sababu hii ambayo tunafanya sasa hivi niliweza kuweka kwenye status yangu na kwenye Instagram stories. Niliona marafiki zangu wengi wakiniuliza, hey, what is this, na nilipata nafasi ya kuweza kuelezea. Kwa hiyo ninaweza pia nikawarudia na kuweza kuwaambia nafasi ikoje zaidi. Na kwa Arusha, bahati nzuri kunakuwa na makongamano mengi, kuna uwezekano wa kuonana watu mara kwa mara, kwa sababu mimi nikifananisha na sehemu ambako nimetoka, naona kwa Arusha hapa yani kuna nafasi kubwa ya kuweza kumobilize watu na kuwa aware na kuweza kujua kwamba what is really TCON is and what they can expect in TCON. For example, kwenye vile nilipokuwa niko visitors and then nikapata chance ya kuwa vice president membership kwenye Tanzania Toastmasters last year, niliweza kuwa almost marafiki zangu wote nilikuwa niko chuo, so karibu marafiki zangu wote walikuwa wakipenda kuja kuhudhuria mikutano ya Tanzania, na walikuwa wakija kama wageni, na wengine walikuwa wako eager kuweza kujoin kuwa na membership ya Toastmasters. Na ilikuwa kwa sababu waliweza kuona there are some improvement ambazo nazipata baada ya kuwa Toastmasters. Kwa hiyo walikuwa pia na hamu ya kuweza kujifunza zaidi. So expect a lot of people from Arusha. Expect a lot of people, a lot of Toastmasters from Tanzania. Najua Dar es Salaam mko wengi. Arusha pia tuko vizuri. Kuna Tanzania Toastmasters na Arusha Toastmasters, the vibrant crowds hapa. Lakini niliposikia Meru Toastmasters nikajua pia ni Arusha, but perhaps iko Arusha, ila most of meeting ambazo nimeattend ni online meeting, na nadhani leo pia wako na meeting saa 12:30. Back to you, Ne.
Labda Neema, kama utaniruhusu, naomba nimpe pendekezo Amani. Ukitoka Arusha kuelekea Mombasa, unapita kwenye hifadhi ya taifa. Unapita kwenye hifadhi ya taifa baada tu ya kuvuka mpaka, unapita kwenye hifadhi ya taifa. Mwaka juzi tulivyoenda kama Watanzania, tulitumia njia ya Moshi alafu Taveta, na tuliona ndovu pamoja na twiga. Lakini sisi ambao tunatoka Dar tutapita moja kwa moja Tanga alafu tutanyosha mpaka Mombasa. Kwa hiyo hatuna hiyo fursa ya kuona wanyama. Kwa hiyo kama upo Arusha, inabidi ununue tiketi sasa hivi, ni dola 120 tu, alafu uanze kujiandaa kwenda pamoja na wenzako kuja Mombasa. Samahani Neema kwa kuingilia, lakini narudisha kwako.
No, na umeingilia umetoa yani umetoa nani unasemaje,
Hamasa.
a very hamasa kwa kusema kweli. Yani mimi nimeshaanza nimeshaanza kusisimuka na hiyo interest ya kuweza kuona wanyama wakati napita kwenda Mombasa. Sema tu mimi siishi Arusha, lakini labda nita contemplate kuja Arusha ili niweze kutraverse na watu wa Arusha tuende Mombasa by basi. Vipi Toastmaster Amani, unasemaje?
Karibu sana, na tuko hapa kukuhost, kwa hiyo usiwe na wasiwasi unafikia wapi utaanzia wapi safari, na tunajua njia, kwa hiyo tunajua utapitia wapi ili ufike kule.
Sawa. Na mimi ni siku nyingi sijafika Arusha, kwa hiyo nitakuja kwa hamu ili tujihamasishe twende wote. Ningependa kuwaona wote wana Tanzanite, wote wana Arusha Toastmasters Club. Na ni kweli Mount Meru ni Arusha based, lakini wako online. Mmeshaanza kuhamasisha viongozi wao kuambia kwamba lazima tukutane Mombasa. Naona tumebakiwa na muda sio mrefu sana. Ningependa sasa labda tuanze ku recap tulichokiongea kuhusu A, Toastmasters, B, TCON na C, kwenda Mombasa mwaka huu. Ningependa labda tu kukumbushia kwamba kwa sasa hivi pre-early bird tickets zinauzwa kwa $100 mpaka tarehe 15 Machi. Baada ya hapo kuanzia tarehe 16 March mpaka tarehe 15 April tutakuwa tunauza early bird tickets ambazo zitakuwa zinaenda kwa $120. Ningependa kuhamasisha Watanzania wenzangu na Toastmasters wote katika region yetu ya East Africa tujiandae ili tuweze kwenda Mombasa, tukutane, tujumuike, tujifunze, tujijenge. Manake sisi tuko Toastmasters sio tu kukaa na kukutana na watu katika vyama vyetu, hapana. Tuko katika Toastmasters pia kujumuika katika jamii kubwa zaidi ya Toastmasters katika region yetu. Kwa hiyo labda ni muombe Toastmaster Amani tena, naomba utupe labda key takeaways ambazo umeweza kupata katika mazungumzo ya leo. Utupe labda 2-3 ili watu waweze na wenyewe wakumbuke ni nini tumeongea kuhusu na ni vitu gani ambavyo vinaweza kuwahamasisha wao tuwaone Mombasa. Vitu 2-3.
Asante sana. Vitu ningependa kama 3. Cha kwanza twende Mombasa. Cha kwanza twende Mombasa. Mombasa, watu wa Tanzania kwenda Mombasa sio pekee kwamba umeenda Kenya, lakini umeenda nyumbani. Umetoka nyumbani, umeenda nyumbani. The culture and the diversity of people there ni kama umetoka nyumbani, umeenda nyumbani. Lakini cha pili kwenye TCON sio kwamba peke yake utakutana na Toastmasters na peke yake utaona wakiwa wanafanya speeches na zile public speaking, lakini ni sehemu ambapo unaweza ukapata pia fursa au ukaweza kutambua fursa zingine ambazo zipo na unaweza ukaanza kuzifanyia kazi. Tumeweza kuona vile vitu ambavyo tulijifunza mwaka jana kwenye TCON, lakini na namna gani inaweza kutusaidia sisi leo. Kwa hiyo kuna namna ya kuweza kupata fursa. Mimi nimepata fursa pia kutoka TCON ya mwaka jana, lakini nimepata marafiki wengi sana, ambapo mimi nilikuwa najiona kama ni mtu ambaye siwezi nikawa na marafiki wengi. Nilipojiunga Toastmasters na kuweza kuja kwenye TCON, niko na marafiki wengi na nimeweza pia kujifunza namna ya kuweza kufanya vitu mbalimbali. Lakini kitu cha tatu ili kwenda Mombasa tufanye maandalizi sasa mapema. Iko mwezi wa 5 ndio mwanzoni, lakini ni vyema tuanze maandalizi sasa hivi na tuwe tayari kujichallenge sisi wenyewe. Kwa hiyo baada ya TCON tutakayojifunza, kama mimi niko level 1 niweze kumove kwenda level 2 na level zingine. Lakini sio Toastmasters na watu wengine, karibuni sana Mombasa. Mimi niko Tanzania ndio, lakini karibuni Mombasa.
Asante sana, na kwa kusema ukweli, yani mimi umenitia hamu. Kwa maana hiyo mimi lazima mtanikuta Mombasa. Toastmaster Roderick, and now for you, just a quick recap, 2 to 3 things that key takeaways from our conversation this evening, and also, or even anything else that you might want to remind us about TCON, or what we should be looking out for in Mombasa between the 9th and the 11th of May.
Asante sana Director Neema Siwingwa. Nafikiri kitu cha kwanza ambacho nimejifunza au tumezungumzia ni kwamba Toastmaster works. What that means is, out of the 100 years that Toastmaster has existed, we all have testimonies of the impact the Toastmaster program has done for us. And we started off with our personal journeys, table topics for Amani, but for myself. But it does work. And for Neema as well, it does work. You get better, you hone the skill. So come to this gym. If you're not a Toastmaster, join. That program works. Tested over 100 years. Lakini kitu cha pili ni kwamba TCON 2024 Mombasa ni bonge la fursa. This is an opportunity. Why? Kwa sababu there is going to be great speakers, right? You're going to network with the very best from the district, but you're also going to listen to the speeches that have won different contests. So the very best. Lakini kitu cha tatu, samahani tu kidogo. Kitu cha tatu ni kwamba ni fursa ya utalii kwa watu ambao wanatoka Arusha kuona mandhari nzuri na kuona wanyama, lakini hata wanaotoka Dar ni fursa ya kutoka kazini na kutoka kwenye mambo yako ya kawaida ya kazi na kuona mambo mengine au sehemu nyingine. Kwa hiyo hii ni fursa ambayo sasa hivi tuna siku kama 7 au 8 ya kulipa $100. Kwa hiyo nenda kalipe hiyo $100, na baada ya hapo milango haijafungwa, unaweza ukalipa $120, lakini hakikisha umelipa na umepokea hiyo fursa. Lakini cha tatu na cha mwisho, Neema pamoja na Amani, mimi nimetoa ahadi hapa kwamba nikija nitawasaidia upande wa burudani, na Watanzania tunajulikana. Sijiiti mimi ni Diamond. Sijiiti mimi ni Rayvanny, lakini naweza nikaonyesha staili za kucheza misondo. Kwa hiyo hii fursa ya kupata burudani na kuenjoy pamoja na marafiki. Kwa hiyo narudisha kwako Neema, na asanteni kwa kusikiliza.
Oh, asante sana Roderick kwa kusema ukweli. Yani mimi nitakumbushia mambo ya misondo. Kwa hiyo ujitayarishe. Tahadhari umeshapewa. Okay, thank you everyone for this really interesting and very exciting hour that we spent together, listening to our experiences at TCON, listening to our experiences as Toastmasters, and also listening to our anticipation for this very exciting TCON that will be hosted in Mombasa at Pride Inn between the 9th and 11th of May 2024. Please do make time to consider buying the pre-early bird or the early bird tickets. Pre-early bird ends on the 15th of March, 6 days away from now. And the early bird tickets will kick in from the 16th of March through to the 15th of April. Prepare yourselves, plan, organize. This, as Director Roderick has said, would be a great opportunity not only to network, improve our skills, but also an opportunity for us to have lots of fun and also to do a touristy thing. So for those of you who are based in landlocked Uganda and Burundi and Rwanda, this is an opportunity to come and enjoy the ocean with our fellow Toastmasters who are residing in Mombasa. I am really hoping to see members from throughout the region at this amazing TCON. Thank you very much, everyone, and a special thank you to Toastmaster Amani and Director Roderick for your time. See you all in Mombasa, Twenzetu, Mombasa.